4 employees of Maasai Mara University are lifting the lid on one of Kenya's best documented corruption schemes.
We have daylight robbery without violence.
The Vice-Chancellor of Maasai Mara University, Professor Mary Walingo, her finance officer, Anaklet Okumu, and her driver, Abdi Nur Hassan, are accused of embezzling more than 190 million Kenya shillings from university accounts. John, not his real name, works in the finance office at the Maasai Mara University. He drafted split checks on behalf and signed by Professor Walingo. We wanted to find out why internal auditors failed to detect 190 million shillings that was withdrawn from university bank accounts without supporting documentation.
To do what we call creative accounting, would increase the debtors balances to cover up for the loss in cash. This is a way of adjusting the accounting of a university or an institution to make them balance. Like now for our case where we had lost over 100 million in 2017-2018, so we have the balance sheet, and so we have to increase the debtors because the cash had been lost for 100 million. So, and we have the debtors which is our current asset, so we have to increase the debtors by 100 million so that it fills that gap in the loss of funds.
If it is indeed true that the internal audit accounts were doctored by finance staff at the university, we wondered if officials from the Auditor General's office spotted anything suspicious.
Because we have had meetings with them, we have been there in their audit process, but I also don't blame them because some of the documents are not revealed to them. Some of the documents are hidden. So, for them they use samples to carry the audit. So if some of the things are hidden, they may not be able to know that something is going on.
John may be right, but our analysis of Spencer's phone recordings and hidden camera footage reveal a more telling narrative. On the 16th of May 2017, Spencer and Nur were on the phone about an ongoing audit process.
Alafu umeongea na auditor mzuri. Nimepatana na huyo team leader, nimejaribu kuchimba akaniambia walitumwa tu wakuja audit mambo ya revenue. Nikamwambia revenue imetoka wapi, akaniambia ni vile ilipotiwa na wale watu wanakula. Na unaona ni watu tunaweza elewana na hao ama ni watu wa kurukaruka? Mtu mwenye anaongea na Waweru unamuogopa, unafaa. Sasa ile kitu tafanya. Na tunaenda juu. Nimebuka appointment, tunaenda Thursday kukutana na na Auditor General. So wewe maana hao uone vile itakuwa. Sawa.
He was a very good auditor. I can tell you, like, these among the best auditors I've ever engaged with, because he knew actually. He just looked at the bank statements and said something is going on here. So they called him, but for him I think he never recanted even his audit evidence. It was ilikatwa juu. They thought we've spoken to him, he will tone down. He never toned down. He went did his report as it should be done. But these guys again, they come here. That's when now they started asking for money for auditors, 4-5 million. We want to go and see the Auditor General. I don't know who Auditor General was. But what I can guarantee or can confirm to you is we finally got a favorable report.
Lakini baadaye kwa ikipelekwa kama tutakatilia kwa laana tutamlipa at least tumeenda pale.
It was around 8 at night. So when he came, he said the VC had already paid somebody 300,000 for us to get a favorable audit report. So she needed a refund of the same, so I do the checks, and that's exactly what happened.
We reached out to the outgoing Auditor General on his last day in office about these claims.
Let me tell you, we will know right now if there is my officers, unless they're talking about other officers, if there's an officer on right now who is going to audit. We know right now the time the officer went, what the officer is doing, and we anticipate an output. Now, no issues which have been raised by the ground can be dropped. It may be dropped in the review, but we will, if if there is an issue, we can raise them all again.
John is currently facing disciplinary action at work. In this letter, Finance Officer Mr. Okumu accuses John of failing to hand in quarterly draft audit reports.
They accused me of filing the quarterly reports late. Why did you do that? That happened because the books were not balancing. I told therefore that the books of accounts were not balancing because there was some cash which was missing. And instead of asking me the reason why this was happening, he actually wrote to me a letter of a cautionary letter of the financial year for financial year 2018. That is for financial year 2018-2019.
With all these allegations and the damning evidence, we wanted to hear from Professor Walingo, her driver Noor, and the finance officer Mr. Okumu. Am I speaking with Professor Mary Walingo?
Yes, sir.
We've received allegations of misappropriation of funds at your institution, and we wanted to give you an opportunity to respond to some of the allegations.
Today, honestly, is not possible because I have these people.
Okay, so you when you say come over there, you mean you're willing to come to Nairobi?
Yes.
Am I speaking to Mr. Biket Okumu?
Yes.
So we're calling you to give you an opportunity to respond to these queries. So we're wondering whether you can grant us a meeting?
It is only fair that, we look at it from the official university communication channel. Because what I'll be doing, I'll be responding on allegations which are touching on the university generally.
Immediately after our phone calls to the three, Spencer was summoned to the Vice-Chancellor's office at the university in Narok. The conversation was captured in our secret recording.
Let me show you an example. But kama mtaka tutuangane, nimesema ndio wacha tuone sasa. But I'm to assure you are going nowhere. Wewe nimekuini, Rose, give me that check. Those documents. Nimekutoa from nowhere. I was sharpening knife ya kunidunga mimi mwenyewe.
Professor, kitu sijaelewa ni atilori.
Unaelewa, nitakuwa nimekuelewa. Unaelewa what it is. Sasa nimeamua, let's fight now. Na mewaita wanakuja, usifikiri nitaenda wewe utabaki, utaingia kwanza ndio nifuate. Don't think you'll take me to jail back. Unaingia kwanza na kufuata. So ndio acha nikuashwe. You'll get in hata tena ataingia. You are jokers.
Meanwhile, in Nairobi, another conduit had been sent our way. He alleged that Professor Walingo wanted an informal off-the-record meeting to negotiate.
We rejected Wanyonyi's overtures and made the only offer available on this assignment, a right of reply. Then we got word from the university that Professor Walingo was giving us an appointment for Wednesday morning in Narok.
At the first light of dawn, we were on our way to Narok County. Upon our arrival, Mr. Noor, the visibly influential driver of the Vice-Chancellor, received us, accompanied by the university's marketing and legal teams. But then it became apparent that meeting the Vice-Chancellor was nowhere in their plans. We were taken on a tour of the university's botanical gardens, the lecture halls, the dorms, anything but that long-awaited sit-down interview with the Vice-Chancellor. As the professor's team scrambled to buy more time, something had to give.
We received allegations of misappropriation of funds in this institution, of fraud, and of abuse of office. Misappropriation of funds, fraud,
and abuse of office.
Abuse of office. If you would like one word, corruption. extending an invitation to her.
Yeah, we are grateful for her.
Yes, the finance officer as well, Mr. Okumu. We also
want to release the listing.
Yes,
the finance officer.
Yes, and the driving system. Yes.
Kwanza mimi ni driver kwa university. Sina anything in line of money.
So those who say that you give orders to the finance department,
that is a lie.
That you accompany them to the bank.
If you want a sense in this university, hizi watu itaisha. Bwana mmoja upate kuzungusha.
So you don't go to the bank, you've never gone to the bank to handle university money?
Sijaenda kwa bank.
Okay.
Tafuta pesa ya university. Ile pesa mimi napatanga ni kitu inaitwa allowance subsistence.
Before the broadcast of this story, Citizen Television had reached out to Professor Mary Walingo, Mr. Abdi Nur Hassan, CPA Anaklet Biket Okumu through direct phone calls, emails, official letters, and a visit to the institution. The trio has chosen silence, threats, delayed tactics, and attempts to compromise us.
I would like to take this chance to thank Citizen TV for highlighting a damning heist at the Maasai Mara University. It helps me in the daunting task that I have been undertaking in attempting to rid the university of deceptive and gluttonous individuals who have been looting from the university coffers for a while now. This continuous financial impropriety and looting not only steals away the future of our children but also impairs development of our institution.
On Friday the 30th of August 2019, Stanley Yaile, Spencer Ololchike, John and Dr. Anthony Yaile bundled up all the evidence they had been collecting since 2016, from bank statements, photographs of checks, phone conversations to hidden camera footage.
The four have now formally reported this chain of graft to the Directorate of Criminal Investigations in Nairobi and have officially presented themselves as key witnesses of the Mara Heist. 3 of these men have applied for witness protection from the state. Spencer, the man who started it all, says he is now ready to face the ending.
It's better to die on your feet than to live on your knees.
The word Narok in Maasai means black or darkness. Narok town is named after Enkare Narok, a river which weaves its way through that town. Now, the Maasai Mara University was meant to bring a river of opportunity to that previously marginalized county and to be a beacon of hope for young men and women who could now see the promise of higher education brought closer to their doorstep.
But greed took over and brought with it a cloud of darkness in an otherwise growing university. But as they say, every cloud has a silver lining. And in this one, the silver lining is the brave voices who chose truth over silence and courage over fear.
My name is Waihiga Mwaura.
I'm Asha Mwilu.
And this has been a Citizen TV special investigation.